Hey everyone, we're just about to conclude the last full trading week before the Christmas break, and I just wanted to take it on behalf of the NAGA community to wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and that although 2020 has been tough, we hope that 2021 is going to be, a much better story for everybody, because hopefully we're going to come towards the end of this pandemic and there'll be a lot more positivity around everyday life. But when it comes to financial markets, 2020 has been as unprecedented and has, fascinating as what it has been in terms of the way we've needed to adapt our lifestyles over the past year. Now in 2020, we've seen a number of different themes come across the market. One of the most prominent ones, in my opinion, is that we learn that central banks and governments will do anything they can to prevent stock markets from free falls. If we go back in towards March and February, April, when markets are really hitting the floor, based on the pandemic shock that the global economy was set to enter, what we really saw was some really disastrous falls. We saw the worst falls in decades, but governments started pumping money into the systems, central banks started doing the exact same thing at an even more intense pace, and believe it or not, now we are standing even towards the end of the pandemic. Hopefully we are at the end. We still have stock markets that are close to record highs, and that's one of the main themes that we're really going to bring into on our first one. Now, number two, the theme that we also need to watch out for, and we have learned this year, is that the disconnect between stock markets and the real economy is serious. We have a stock market worldwide that is trading on record high levels there or thereabouts, but yet we have a global economy that is facing its worst impacts, worst shocks in decades. Some would say it's generations, some countries and economies would say it's centuries. But yet again, because of all this money being pumped into the system, despite the real economy struggling, the global markets are showing a completely different picture. And the number three, the other thing that we're looking out for, is the resilience of the US dollar during times of market uncertainty and chaos. We had the US dollar strengthen significantly and substantially across the board at the beginning of the pandemic. But now that we're hopefully getting towards the end of the pandemic, the US dollar is actually trading at its lowest levels in close to 3 years. And there's a great deal of expectations that into 2021, we will see this trend continue. So that's definitely one to look out for next year. Fourth theme is gold. We have seen a really fantastic year for gold performance overall. We've seen gold hit $2,000 for the first time in history. We used to still see gold trade around the $1,800, $1,900 mark. There seems to be a lot of pessimism over the short term that gold prices have suffered from some profit taking, but realistically, these are still the strongest gold prices that we've seen since 2011, 2010 time, which is the global financial crisis. Gold remaining at these levels suggests that investors want to hang on to it for one reason or another. And I think that 2021, we're either going to see a steeper correction in gold prices, or otherwise we are going to see maybe a better bump and a rejoicing in price. Number five, Bitcoin. It's like recent history is repeating itself, because in Christmas 2007, we had Bitcoin was hitting 17,000, 18,000, and that was all-time highs. And it was also the first time that any of us had ever seen anything like that in Bitcoin. But 3 years later, we've got Bitcoin this week. It's crossed 21,000, 22,000 and 23,000. Now this rally seems to be different because it's based on the adoption of Bitcoin from institutions and large investors. At the same time, Bitcoin also seems to be adopted from large financial payment providers, which suggests that in the years to come, Bitcoin will become more prominent in the accessibility or usability, to use a better word, in everyday life. Let's see how that one unfolds, but it seems like Bitcoin mania is back, and we have to see where that's heading into 2021 as well. That's it for me today. Please look ahead for our 2021 video that will coming out over the coming days as we come towards the turn of 2021. Thank you very much for watching. Again, we wish you on behalf of the NAGA community a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Please don't forget to subscribe to NAGA for the latest news and analysis, and I will see you soon. Thank you.